Okay, we're at 100 Brentwood. This is a unique house, to say the least. It sits on a corner. The stop sign's right here. So this end of your driveway, if you turn left, you're actually on this road. If you turn right, you're on Brentwood. But your mailbox is on Brentwood. So you do have this oval driveway here. The house, the whole lot is sitting on a slope, so everything is kind of going down. You can kind of see the house right here is up on stilts here, and then the fence is broken there. Lots of reasons I would not recommend this house. This being one of them. All the water that's coming from up here is coming to your house and either has to go down this hill and then back, and you'll see where it's going when we get to the backyard. I'm still going to show it to you in case you're just like, I'm in love with that house and we want a project, because this would be a project house. It's very cool in some ways, a ton of square footage, but absolutely a lot to deal with. All right. So the front porch is tiled. Okay. We'll step up and go in. So there's 3 levels. We do have, and we're going to start up here on this upper level. Then you've got the main floor, and then there's 1 floor underneath. Real quick, I'll look at the den while we're in here. Okay, you've got just a couple of steps down into the living room, and then we'll go up these stairs here. So we have 4 bedrooms upstairs. Right at the top of the stairs, we have a coat closet here, and a linen closet at the end of the hall. Towards the front of the house, we have a huge guest bedroom, and it is a very nice sized bedroom. Got a nice sized walk-in closet. And then obviously a bathroom there, but then to our right on the back side of the house, we have another bedroom here. You do have double closets there and there. Okay. And, I can't, there we go. I don't know if you can see, but we'll get to the backyard in a minute, but you can see the 3-tab shingle roof here, and it's got some age and wear and tear to it. And then there's some solar panels that run across here, but I don't think they're active. The bathroom, there's a door that connects into that bathroom, and then a door that connects to the hall. You do have granite countertopped sink here, massive mirror. The walls are tiled. You do have another, that sun is so bright, you just really can't see much. But then you do have your toilet and your shower. Okay. We've got another bedroom here. It's probably, this one may be the smallest of all of them. I'm not sure. I don't think that's a leak. I think that's this paint, because it looks like this paint, and it looks like, I'm not sure what's going on there, but it looks like a leak kind of, but it is not. You can tell it's paint that got misapplied. And then we've got this rail here looking down into the living room and the front door. And then the last bedroom up here, It's pink. It does have like this little nook over here. Just a little bit different. And then you still have your closet space here. All right. That's 4 bedrooms up here and 1 bathroom. Go back down the steps here. Okay. So we do have our main living room here. Fireplace. And we're going to come around from this direction because I want to end in that direction. As you round the curve here, you've got some stairs that go downstairs. We're actually going to go down a different set of stairs to go downstairs. So there's 2 different ways to go down. You do have a thermostat here and your AC and heat pumps here. It is a good brand. We have your main bedroom here, but before you get there, you do have your laundry room with washer and dryer hookups and some storage there. Then behind the door here, underneath the shelving is your water heater. It's newer, it's not new. You can tell it's been here for a while. You still have some erosion right up there, but it's definitely not as old as the house, at least. We're going to take a look here, but we're going to see this room again from a different direction in a minute. But this is your 2-car garage. You do have split doors. Let's see. Do they have the opening both? They do. They have this set up so when you open your garage door, both doors will open at the same time. You do have some storage shelves here and over here. And then we're going to go into that room in a different way here in just a minute. Whew, that closed way easier than it should have. So this is your main bedroom here. And it is a nice large space. You do have a nice sized walk-in closet. It goes all the way down. Okay. You have double doors that take you onto sort of a back porch area. I'll explain that in a moment. Here we do have our master bathroom. You've got like a vanity makeup table here. You still have the same tile walls that you had in the upstairs bathroom. Toilet, sink, same granite. And then you have your toilet down there. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go to all that area in a different way. So let's just keep going back this way. This is the kitchen. You do have a pantry here. You've kind of got a very large, wide bar here through this window opening to the dining room. You do have granite countertops still. They did a great job with that, but they left the cabinets sort of from the original cabinets. You do have a cooktop with the oven right underneath it, but they are 2 separate units. And then your fridge here in the corner. You've got a wide open window space into these back rooms that we'll talk about in a second. And then of course this is your main dining room. And then we do have a little closet here. And then this brings us back into the living room where we started at the front door. And then you just have a little kind of a media closet here because they've got a lot of your connectors here, but a little storage closet there. Okay, from the dining room, we kind of go on to the best, I don't know if I can call it a back porch because it is completely enclosed and it's heated and cooled. You have your vents up here So this space is heated and cooled. So it's another living room, a kid's playroom. Not sure what you would want to use it for. You could make it a massive dining room. You have double doors over into this section as well. Again, heated and cooled. It has this long bench or table. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be for seating or for workstations for kids. I'm not really sure. There's like hooks here. I kind of feel like this may have been like a homeschool area or something like that. This is the main bedroom that we looked at just a few moments ago. Then we step off into another kind of living space here. This is towards the back of the house. We still have more to go that way. This has one vent in it, and it's a pretty large space for one vent. Okay, so we're gonna go down and go through this door. Now, this is just regular concrete floor. Old windows here. These are, I think, single pane. Yeah, old single pane windows. If I remember right, I think I saw this house a year or 2 or 3 ago when it was for sale before, and they were sort of using, if I remember right, they were using this sort of like a greenhouse space. They were putting some plants in here because we'll see what they were doing out there. This is some of the reasons I think you'll have problems. You know, your breaker panel shouldn't be open, and you know, your wiring shouldn't be exposed like that. But this is the garage we came in just a few moments ago from there. So that's how I said we'd come back to this space. And it's peeling down right there a little bit. It doesn't look wet. It just looks like it is not environmentally controlled in here, so there's no heating and cooling. And with the moisture we get down here, any plaster or things like that will absolutely peel away from the ceiling. That's why I say this is more of a fixer-upper. I don't know that it would pass VA requirements. Okay. So now we have another area here. Again, I think they used this also as a greenhouse space. And I can't remember for sure what they used it for. Looks like there's an old wooden stove here. We'll go this way in just a moment. Go through here. And you kind of have a covered porch area. Just an open metal roof up here. And it kind of looks, there's a sliding glass door here, but it looks off into where they used to have, and this is open, looks like it used to have something to it here. It does have gutters, and it does go down to, looks like a French drain. I'm not sure how intact that is anymore. And then they've used these railroad ties for terracing the ground. So you've got this level, that level, that level. And we'll look at that a little bit more from out here. Okay, and again, things like this is what it's going to keep from going VA. VA will not approve stuff like that, unfortunately. And then this siding of the house, there's the backer paper, but there's no siding. Even though this is, you know, the siding of the house in here, that's the siding. This is like an exterior enclosed workspace. It's not really counted in the heated and cooled square footage. I'm not sure if VA would have a headache with it being enclosed. I think they're still going to want some kind of wall covering here besides just the backer paper. And then this is where, at one point in time, this whole house was gorgeous. I believe that it was just rocking and rolling at one point in time, but they had like a covered archway here of vines, and I don't know if they were grapevines or whatever that went over and across. And then you had some kind of growing beds here for, you know, fruits, vegetables, herbs. I'm not sure what they were growing out here, but I think you know, over the years, I think they had a wide variety of different things. And there's steps going all the way up, and you can walk around and you can see, I don't know if you can see way down there, they had like some seats where they could look out over the ground. Let me see if I can. It rained recently, so everything's a little bit damp. So that's why I say this at one point in time was a very cool idea. But again, you can see this is just backing paper that, you know, and underneath it is particle board that it needs some kind of siding on it. And I think that's why this house is yet to sell. But you do have a pool here, which we'll look at more in detail when we go downstairs. And then you have a pond that is in rough shape. It's just sort of full of moss. And then all of this back here has not been cleared or touched in a long time. All right. Let's see. Got a bird not happy that we're out here. Let's see. Close this up. There. Okay. So you saw the one stairs very close to the kitchen. And then there's another set of stairs that comes down into the underside of the house right over here. So we'll go down these. And again, you have another long section of house here that I'm not sure what you would do with this space. It is heated and cooled. I think in the summer, your afternoon setting sun is probably going to warm this room up tremendously, I would think. Now to our right, we have a massive room again with a bar. Has a sink, has a fridge. I'm not sure it's working. Lots of storage, two levels of the bar here. Lots of storage back here. This is the staircase that comes, if you take that staircase, it rounds the corner and goes up, back up to the house. You do have another AC down here. Same brand, same system. Looks like they had them replaced at the same time. I'm just not sure. You have so many areas like this. You have this one, and then the two separate ones up above them that it's just, what would you do with the space? Then you have another sort of hangout area here. Not sure what you would do with this space as well. It is heated and cooled, or at least one vent comes in here. And then it does have in here the sauna. Not sure when the last time it was used or how operational it is. Looks like it's probably operational. But the VA pitches fits about covers on things. And then we have just a little bathroom right here. Well, let's see if I can get this light on. So you do have a toilet here, shower, sort of a little tiny bench area here, and then a sink. This one's very tight, but I like having it here so that, you know, back when the pool was up and running and working properly, this would have been an amazing place for people to play. All right. So the pool itself is in kind of rough shape. You can see they patched it over here. It's pulling down over there. It needs a new liner, period. Depending on a lot of factors, you're probably $2,500 to $3,500 for a new liner. And that's ballparking it a little bit. They did build this massive sort of outdoor tiki bar area, if you will. This is the side of the house here. this little board right here is kind of rotten. That'll keep it from going VA. Easily and cheaply replaced. But you can also see how the land just really sharp. Water is just going to drain down this way, and it'll keep on going. You can see some rocks over here, and it sort of falls off in that direction. I'll show you more from the other side. So you've got this area here, looks like a fridge there. I would not count on that working. Some sort of homemade seating here. We were up there just a few minutes ago looking back down. You can kind of see that openness there. All of this here and all of that there is just rooms that I don't know. It's a lot of square footage, but I don't know what you would do with it. And because it has rained over the last couple of days, this is very, very damp down here. But it does go on down further right at this tree line. It drops and goes down. And so I think there's probably a ditch or stream that goes through there. The pond, well, before we get to the pond, let me point this out. So you do have a hot tub. And at one point in time, I think this was also a hot tub. Usually when they're connected to the pool like that, that's what these are. But it's in horrible shape, and it looks like they had, I don't know if you can see them with the sun, these 3 buckets here, I think they have pipes coming into them, and it looks like it spilled water out onto this, which ran down and filled into this. And then there's a spillway right there that flows over into the pool, and then there's probably a pump that's taking some water from there and running it back, and so it just circulates through. Also, your pump for your filter, or your pool filter pump, is right inside this little open space just under the deck there. But again, I don't know that I would count on this working. I don't think this may or may not work. You've got exposed wood up here that has been exposed to a lot of moisture. The VA is going to really yell and scream about that. And then we'll take a look around at the pond and see if I can get a good, yeah, I don't know if you can tell from the video, but this is just sort of a covered layer of moss and algae. Looks like they may have had a little waterfall kind of thing going over here at one point in time. There's some covered storage right back there. It's just, this is going to take a ton of work and effort to kind of get back up and running. It's great if that's what you want to do. I don't think the VA would let you go with a VA loan on it, but you could go conventional if it was just like, hey, I love the idea of that, restoring that house to its heyday. Tons of square footage on this thing. But I don't see this one moving anytime soon. And again, this would have to be one of those where you kind of know what you're getting into, that it's a lot of work. So anyway, it's a very long video on this one. Sorry, but it was a lot to have to show you, just in case it was something that you did really want to consider. And I can make this longer and more detailed if this is something that you decide that you are very interested in. We can talk about how to go about handling it. But that's it. Any questions, let me know.